Happy Monday to you. How you guys doing? Excellent, excellent. I have my Dr. Pepper. Cheers. Always good to get some caffeine going. I hope you're doing good. Hope your weekend was good. I hope your Monday is good so far as well. I played a little bit of this over the weekend. Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. Is that right? Yep. I like the red box. It's pretty neat. So pretty cool so far. I'm really early on. Haven't had much time to play it, but it seems really polished, really good. I think it seems to ease you in a little bit slower, perhaps, than past games. Maybe not. I haven't. It's been a while since I played the older ones. So anyway, pretty cool so far. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of fun and creativity and good times to be had in the game. So I'm looking forward to that. I am continuing work on New Mod Super Challenge. That's coming along good. Was wrapping up the final boss artwork over the weekend, I think. Yes, that sounds about right. That's pretty much done now, I think, which is good. So just need to tie it up with the end sequence. But yeah, I like it. Turned out good. And then I'm just playing through the game. I have some secret characters to finish off still, but that's not too bad. Usually about a day each, roughly. Maybe sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on what they are. But that's not too bad. I still need to finish those off. But aside from that, we're pretty good actually, which is amazing. So that's great. We're nearly done. Woohoo! So hopefully the next, I'm not even going to say, hopefully the next week or two. I don't know. Or whatever. I don't know. Hopefully we'll be submitting it soon-ish. So that'd be cool. So that's very exciting. I did a little poll on Twitter. What are you most excited about with Mutant Mud Super Challenge? And the options were the challenge or the challenge, boss fights, just more muds, or secret characters. And right now, 158 votes, still 7 hours to go. So obviously it can completely change in that time. But right now, and this has been pretty consistent actually from the beginning, even. The lowest, well, these have been kind of equal, but right now it's the lowest, at 15%, is boss fights. Kind of surprising, honestly, but that's cool, I understand it, and that makes sense. I mean, Muds isn't known for boss fights, so, you know, and it's not all, it doesn't surround, you know, the gameplay doesn't surround around boss fights, so it's somewhat understandable, I guess. And what has been equal to it so far until now, 17% now, is secret characters. Fair enough, they're just secret, who cares? Even though they are awesome, and you'll love them. And the next one up at 24% is the challenge, or the challenge. And then the final thing, which I think is actually I'm actually kind of surprised, but very, very thankful, and it's awesome that this is the highest at 44%, is just more muds. That's what people are excited about, just getting more muds. That's awesome. That means you guys like the game. It's pretty cool. So that's cool. So there you go. So there's that. Rock and roll. Yeah, I'm working on stuff, and yeah, stuff. So I'm going to go through some questions real quick from last week. Is it Thursday, I think I did the last one? Let's have a look. I think so. Just says the date, the 21st. I think that was Thursday. Alright, so let's have a look-see. Alright, Espresso asks, hi Espresso, what was the reason behind the naming of Zeo Drifter? Why is the Zeo pink and the Drifter blue? What would a sequel be something else Drifter? It actually took a long time to come up with that name. Oh my gosh. It was, it's hard to name games. And then also I always check it against the .com to see if that's available, because I like to have the .coms, because I think that's kind of cool. It doesn't really matter in this day and age, honestly. No one really cares about going to zeodrifter.com. I mean, do you? Have you ever been there, honestly? Have you ever typed in zeodrifter.com? Have you? I bet you haven't. But we own it. So if you do type it in, it should redirect you to something related to that, I hope. It probably doesn't, actually, but whatever. But we own it anyway, that's the important thing, so someone else can't own it. It took a long time. It actually was, at one point, it was Xeno Drifter, just like Xenomorphs, you know, from Alien. because, you know, you're in an alien part of the universe. You know, drifter made sense because you're drifting through space. And I think I just named it, you know, colored it that way, the Zeo and the drifter being two different colors to just, I don't know, bring emphasis to the two different words, the two different aspects of the name. And maybe it helps people pronounce it as well, put an emphasis on the Zeo and on the drifter, rather than try and be Zeod Drifter or something crazy like that. I think Zeo and Neo and things like that are always neat. I'm a fan of those kinds of things. So anyway, it went through a bunch of names. Oh my god, I can't even remember half of them now, but it took a while to come up with that. So there you go. Hope that helps. Aaron Knights. Hi Aaron, how you doing? Thanks for the video. I really enjoy watching them. Insightful. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, man. Aaron is in Australia, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Aaron is in Australia. G'day, mate. How's it going? From Australia. That's my Australian accent. Who reminds me that our games need to be released in that part of the world, which I agree. And moving forward, I'm hoping that becomes a more frequent affair. All right, Nathan Van Ginkel. In February 2014, Renegade Kid and Scarab Entertainment announced Razer for this and that and that and blah blah. What happened to that? It is completely cancelled. Razer is not happening. Yeah, Scarab, who's run by a friend of mine, Kareem, really good guy. He was in Austin actually. He recently moved to California. It was a deal he was putting together with the folks at Razer. That's actually really fun. We actually went out to Razer, the actual company who makes razors in California. And it's actually a really neat operation where we met with the people, I guess, who deal with the licensing, but that's not all they deal with, I don't believe, but they were responsible for that portion of it as well. I think it's a relatively small company. And out back they had the warehouses where they made them and stuff, and yeah, it was actually really neat. Anyways, we met with them, we went over it, and everything was going really well. But that was just part of the puzzle. You know, we you know, Kareem secured the license with Razer, which is something you have to do, obviously. And then, you know, teamed up with us. We were interested in doing it. You know, our take on it was going to be more of a Tony Hawk, kind of more of a fun arcade game kind of experience. And then the final piece of the puzzle was money. Where were we going to find someone to publish it and fund it? And that became the hard part. Yeah, unfortunately it fell through because of that aspect. Couldn't find someone to who'd want to invest in it and do it, unfortunately, which is surprising. A big brand like that. But I think this speaks to a larger issue with not really an issue, but just a change, I guess, in the market in games. Is you'll notice there's a lot less movie licenses and just licenses, generally speaking, being made into games these days. Certainly compared to, you know, back, you know, when was it? I'm trying to think when the last. Well, probably the PS2. I guess they were probably pretty big on the Wii. I think when the digital. Actually not so much that. I think when the iPhone really took off and the mobile market became a real contender for games and gamers, publishers suddenly realized, why are we spending this much money on making a licensed game of the latest movie or whatever, when we can spend this much and get a mobile game out there to a lot more people? It just, money-wise, it makes a lot more sense to do the marketing and the licensing and the movie blah 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 all through the mobile market than it does through the video game market, which honestly I'm happy about. Most of the movie license stuff, all those games are crap anyway, honestly, so I don't think we're losing anything. I think it's a good thing. But I think Razer, that unfortunately fell under that, where there's just less faith in licensed property doing well on consoles and handhelds compared to mobile. That's my take on it anyway. It seems like that's the way it is gone. So thank you for that question, Nathan. Sonic Shenmue. Hey Sonic Shenmue, how's it going? Just making sure we've got enough time on this thing. Can you, as a video game developer, enjoy games fully and immerse yourself completely, or are you always seeing pixels and textures? Um, yeah, no, I am. I am still able to enjoy them, which is good. That would really suck if I if I wasn't. Um, yeah, no, I'm definitely able to just forget about how what might be going on behind the scenes, and just enjoy a game for sure, which is great. So no, I'm very thankful that yeah, no, I definitely still enjoy games big time. It's not like suddenly maybe programmers have a harder time perhaps because they're thinking about maybe the code that's going on behind the scenes that makes things tick. I don't know. But for me, I guess the same could be said though from a game design, from an art perspective as well. I don't. I just turn that part off of my brain and just enjoy the game. Um, I think only when a game fails or breaks down or does something that was just awful, that's when I start to think, huh, wow, that was a bad decision, or that was awful. How could that have been fixed, or how annoying is it that they chose to do that? Which actually does happen. That does actually happen more often to me now. Yeah, there's definitely fewer games now that I find worth my time playing. Honestly, most games I give them a few minutes, and if they don't quite jive with me, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to waste my time playing this. And they can even be big, juicy, big budget games. You know, honestly, I like a lot of well, this is probably a general thought, maybe I'm not sure, but or a general supported thought, but you know, like the new Yoshi on 3DS that came out last year or 2 years ago. It's a beautiful game. I could definitely appreciate all the work that went into it, but yeah, I just felt it was really boring, you know, unfortunately. And I'm like, I don't have time for this. I want something that's really going to challenge me and just really suck me in and just be like, I can't put this down until I'm done, you know. Like Shovel Knight was like that for me. Uh, Steamworld Dig was like that for me. I mean, I just had as soon as I started playing, I was like, oh, this is my jam, and I just had to play it and beat it, and you know, and I wouldn't play anything else until I'd done that. And it's the kind of game where you think about, and in any spare moment you have, you dive in and chip away at, and you get back to whatever you're doing. So, and I think cherish and enjoy those experiences. That's why I look for them. And a game that doesn't seem to be offering that to me, it's dead to me. um, so thanks for that question. Oh, hang on, but I just scrolled down, so I don't know who asked it again. Thanks, Sonic Shenmue. Sean Zafar. Hey, Sean, how's it going? I only have a few more questions because I'm kind of getting high on time here. Hey, Sean. Do you think Nintendo should release a somewhat limited 3DS dev kit for lesser-known indie developers? Um, I don't think I don't know how you could do that really. I think you either have a dev kit or you don't. I don't think there's anywhere in between. I think you can either make a game for a system or you can't. There's nothing really in between that. Could it be made easier? Sure. But as far as the dev kit, I don't think you could. I don't think you could release a limited one. I don't think that would be doing anyone any favors really, because then you'd be like, oh man, this is too limiting. But I think there's a lot of things that could be done to make it easier for sure. Lucas Dodson, hey Lucas. Hey Jules, I have a question for you. Why did you choose to work with Nintendo for your games? Was it because of the DS? Um, yeah, I love Nintendo. I love the machines they make and the games on those machines. Yeah, it was just a good fit. I'm a fan of those consoles anyway, so making a game on the system you want to play is awesome. So that's a lot of it for sure. And Nintendo are great. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna scroll down, see if one jumps out to me, and then call that the last one. And if I missed your question, please feel free to post it in the comments of this video, and I'll get to it later. See if I can find one. Trying to figure which one's a question, which one's a comment. Sorry. All right, Caleb Cromwell. Caleb, how's it going? Not really a question, but just kind of my idea. You should do an FPS game. There are so many RPGs already on the 3DS. You should do a zombie FPS, like a survival thing, kind of like Call of Duty, where you go by rounds or something, or it's like an arena or something like that. That would be cool, but I don't know how popular the FPS genre really is on the 3DS based on the games we've put into it and how well or they haven't well sold. So, but as far as what we do in the future, we will see. But RPG is certainly something we're interested in, so we'll see. Cool, guys. Well, if I missed your question, please post it in the comments on this one. I'll try and get to it later this week. Hope you're doing well. If you want to jump over to the old Mutant Mud's Twitter account, that's where that poll is. If you want to get your vote in there on what you're most excited about with Mutant Mud Super Challenge, I'd love to hear what everyone thinks about that. We nearly have it wrapped up, which is great. So yeah, I think we're a few weeks away, I think, from submitting it, and we will be submitting it to Nintendo America and Nintendo Europe at the same time. We will also be submitting 3DS and Wii U at the same time. So all of that will be submitted at the same time, in theory, touch wood. So that, I guess, will be the first time we've ever done that. Pretty awesome, scary, exciting, good stuff. Scary stuff, but good stuff. I'm sure some mistakes will happen. I can almost guarantee it. But that's game development. We'll get through it. So that's really exciting, and I think to be doing that with a Mutant Mudds game is feels right, feels good. I think I get a sense that people are pretty excited about the game. I'm really excited about it. The game is still cross-buy and on Wii U and 3DS, and also has the loyalty discount. So people who own, I'm trying to remember now, people I guess who own the original game, whether it be on 3DS or Wii U, get a percentage off, and also anyone who downloaded the Nindies at Home demo for E3 back in June last year, whenever that was, when those demos came out. If you have any of those, then you get a percentage off as well, which is pretty awesome. And it's cross-buy. So, we'll see. That may completely bite us in the ass as far as, doing that. But, you know what? We'll give it a shot. I like the concept of that, and I'm hoping it doesn't result in us losing loads of money. But we'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. I think it's worth trying. We'll give it a shot. As you can tell, I'm not 100% sure on if this is a wise decision, but we've said we're going to do it, and we're going to do it. It's scary. This is all of this, but hopefully everyone's excited about it, and everyone will just get it, and it'll just become a bigger event because it's on multiple platforms and territories at the same time. We'll see. Cool, guys. Well, you have a fantastic day, and I will see you later this week. All right, cool. Thanks for coming by. Thanks. Bye.